Hi, this is Shashank Bhushan, and this video explains logistic regression and its use in the field of healthcare. Logistic regression is a classification method that is used to model binary data for binary classification purposes. The model itself is represented by this equation over here. Let us now break this equation down. HZ is a function similar to linear regression equation. Intuitively, we can build a classification model if we can choose the correct class for all the samples. In a binary classification setting, this can be done by calculating the probability of a sample to belong to a particular class. If this probability is greater than a given threshold, then this sample belongs to this class, else it belongs to the other class. Something like HZ is a good way to calculate this probability. However, as it can have any value between minus infinity to plus infinity, we need a way to bound this value between 0 and 1. Logistic regression achieves this by using the sigmoid function, which is given by g of z over here. As you could see, for all the values of z, the sigmoid function returns a value that is between 0 and 1. So basically the logistic regression function would return a probability of whether a given sample belongs to a given class or not, and based on this probability we'll take the decision of whether to assign it to the class or not. So now that we have an idea of what the logistic regression equation looks like and the idea behind it, the next thing that comes to mind is how we will learn the parameters a, b and z in the function z. A way we can do this is by maximizing the likelihood that the sample will belong to a given class. Solving for this, we'll get the following weight update equation where theta z can be any of the parameters a, b and z. Yi and Zi represents the ith sample in our data set, and alpha is an hyperparameter that is basically the learning rate, which is something we have to decide early on. This way of learning the parameters is known as gradient descent. The whole calculation is worked out on my GitHub repository, the link to which can be found in the description below. Let's now look at how we can use it in the field of healthcare. Logistic regression is a parametric model, which means it can be used to draw inferences from a given data set. For example, if we have a data set about whether a person has a given disease or not, along with a lot of information about the person, like their dietary habits, their hygiene condition, the medication they use, and so on. Then in addition to predicting whether a new person will get that disease or not, we can also see and understand which are the factors that contribute most towards the detection of the disease and come up with appropriate preventive measures.